Pisces, this is your energy check-in love reading. We're tuning into the person on your mind or your current situation and the energy unfolding for you right now. Let's see what wants to come through. Clear messages, advice, and guidance for my Pisces, please. Okay, your energy, the King of Cups, so feeling pretty in alignment, which makes sense after we've just moved into Pisces season. Happy birthday, by the way. Your person, the Justice card in reverse, Libran energy. They're viewing you as the Page of Wands. What you're not seeing, the Knight of Swords, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius energy. And we see the Four of Wands. Okay, so I do feel like there's either some sort of reconciliation or this connection is moving to the next level. We see the Ace of Swords. Beautiful confirmation here for my Pisces that you're absolutely in alignment. With the King of Cups, you're feeling loving, you're feeling creative. You're feeling, you're trusting your intuition. I feel like, this King of Cups really does feel like he's on top of the world. He's barefoot, he's relaxed, he's celebrating, you're manifesting, you're attracting, you're successful. Like I said, your creativity is on fire. And with the Ace of Swords, it's like you feel good. You're excited about this new beginning or this fresh start here. For a lot of you, I do think this is somebody new coming into your life, although it certainly can be somebody that wants to make it up to you. So with the King of Cups here, ooh, and the High Priestess, this is your major arcana, also for Cancer energy. But you're trusting your intuition, and I feel like you're trusting the magic of new beginnings. You're trusting the magic of the universe, setting up the right people and the right situations for you. And, I just feel like, again, look at her. She's barefoot. She's kind of levitating. So I feel like a lot of my Pisces, you're really feeling this energy, this otherworldly energy, but also just like that there's growth, there's expansion, that there's some sort of magic happening. All right, so let's take a look and see how you're viewing this person. All right, so we see the Eight of Swords in reverse. Now, some of you, this is somebody that maybe you've been waiting to hear from. Somebody that you may feel has either been avoiding you, or maybe you're really picking up on the fact that they've had secret feelings for you. Some of you have been waiting for this person to leave another connection. But actually more so, I just feel like you might know this person has been holding back, maybe getting clarity, maybe acting a little bit aloof, or keeping things a little bit casual, kind of dancing around you in some way. So I'm not really reading that necessarily as a bad thing. And for some of you, you might have been waiting for this person to make a decision or to get a divorce or something like that. But more so, I just feel like you're waiting, you're seeing that this person has feelings for you, and you're kind of waiting for them to make a decision, reach out, come towards you, seal the deal type energy. And you're viewing the connection, Pisces, as the Knight of Pentacles. Beautiful. So this is an energy of, yes, I want to put work into this. Yes, maybe things have been moving slowly, but I'm seeing progress. I'm sensing forward movement. This particular Knight is very protected. And so it's like also a desire to protect the relationship. Ooh, I'm seeing 10:10 on the clock. Now your person, Five of Swords, they might be feeling a little bit detached, a little bit conflicted. Again, maybe because there has been some tension within this relationship, or this person has just detached to get clear, to build up confidence, to try to make the right decision. So I do feel like they're making that decision to absolutely come towards you. We see that with the Knight of Swords, with clarity and with communication. All right, let's see what else we need to know. What else do my Pisces need to know here? All right, so transformational relationships. And this is incredible because I'm doing this reading on the 18th of February, and on the 17th, we had the new moon solar eclipse. All right, and we get an eclipse coming out right as we enter into Pisces season. I did make a community post that's quite detailed about this astrological shift, so you may want to take a look at it. May explain some of the crazy stuff that's been going on or how you've been feeling recently. But we see transformational relationships, which is perfect synchronicity here. So surround yourself with good people, and you'll find that previously unimaginable horizons will open up to you. And I also feel like we've got two people coming together with the help of this eclipse. And also that there's real potential for this relationship to transform, which we see here with the Four of Wands. All right, so let's see what else we need to know. All right, ego death. Ego can never really die. It can only be made conscious so that it can no longer run your life. Be mindful of it and don't allow it to limit you. And the ego can limit us, Pisces, in a lot of different ways. Sometimes it can keep us stuck in a situation or in a mindset because we understand it, because we're comfortable with it, right? The ego can say, oh, no, don't try that. Right? We could fail. We might look stupid doing it. We've never done this before. So, it can mean a lot of different things, and that's just an example. So just be aware of it. Don't let yourself be limited right now. Because I do feel with the King of Cups, the Ace of Swords, and that High Priestess energy, there's a big part of you that recognizes you can't limit yourself right now. All right. And we see you're on the right path. And it certainly feels this way, Pisces. Even if you're not sure, keep going. Eventually, you will get to your destination. So you're absolutely on the right path. And I'm loving these like sparkles and these orbs because it feels like your vibration is super high, at least the Pisces I'm connecting to. Yes, and again, we get more like sparkles here, more orbs. So just saying your vibration is high. A lot of my Pisces, your energetic signature has changed. Maybe with this eclipse, maybe just entering into your birthday season, feeling supported, trusting yourself more, feeling creative. But you have to take risks. Miracles will only happen if you allow the unexpected to happen. And that makes sense with that ego death energy and example that I was giving you earlier. Because your ego might say, let's not take any risks. We're fine where we are. We're respected where we are. And all of that may be true, but Spirit's saying maybe time to take a little bit of a leap of faith here. Now, the Justice card in reverse, Libran energy, tells me that this person might be behind the scenes feeling a little bit imbalanced. Libran energy, and this is a message that's come to me right now. Some of you, this person is worried about optics. They are worried about what other people think. Now, that doesn't mean that they're nervous about what are people going to think if they see them with you. I'm not really getting that. I just more so think this person's a bit self-conscious. Again, maybe some ego there running the show, feeling a little bit imbalanced. And that's why they are in this detached energy. They want to, make sure things are right, look right, feel right. All right, we see the Sun card in reverse. So again, really does speak to that ego energy. Now, the Sun in reverse is still the happiest card in the deck. This person's light shines bright. But I'm also seeing with the Sun in reverse, this is one of my fake it till you make it cards, right? So again, this person might be a little less even keeled behind the scenes than they come off. They might come off as much more confident than they really are, because I do get an element of self-consciousness there with the Justice card. Now, Pisces, this person has been waiting. I think they hold a torch for you. They've been waiting for you. Some of you, there's distance, whether it's physical or emotional distance here. And again, maybe this is a strong indication that, my Pisces, maybe you need to take that first step or take that leap of faith. But with the Three of Wands here, it feels like this person has been waiting for you. All right, now let's see what else we need to know. Seven of Pentacles, yeah, but they're not going to wait forever. And not that I feel like they're going to make a decision and move away from you, but I do feel like this person has been waiting. They've been waiting, watching and waiting to see what you're going to do, but they don't want to wait any longer. They want to bring this connection into balance. So either offer an apology, heal things, ask you out on a date, tell you how they're really feeling. And yeah, because they're seeing you, Pisces, as the Page of Wands. They're seeing you as this Aries, Leo, Sag energy. They're recognizing your fire. They're recognizing your passion. They're seeing you as fun and adventurous because you're in a really high vibration right now. And so I do think this person does want to take a risk or take a leap of faith towards you. They may be hoping that you are going to take that risk or that leap of faith towards them. The Judgment card, again, this person wants to up-level this connection with you. Aries, Scorpio energy, they feel divinely guided towards you here, Pisces. You know, and again, for some of you, this person is waiting for you to call, waiting for you to message. Okay, but they're realizing that this is definitely a next level type love here. All right, and the Seven of Swords. Okay, so a bit avoidant, so you two might be mirroring each other in some respects. This person might also be worried that you're not going to wait around forever. So I do feel like they do sense and they do feel a sense of urgency here, Pisces. A sense of urgency because, you know, that you could, you know, you might have other options or you could slip away, that Seven of Swords energy. I'm not picking up on a lack of trust. Like, I don't feel they don't trust you, but I do think that they feel like, okay, Pisces could easily swim off in a different direction, especially in the vibe you're in. All right, and we see the Star card. You're this person's wish fulfillment, Aquarius energy. We get a lot of nods to the astrology and the timing that I'm doing this reading. You know, the eclipse in Aquarius moving us into Pisces season. This person is seeing you as the best of the best. This person may feel like you are, you know, that you're a healer. Or that you know, you have a healing quality. Some of you, they want to heal this connection with you if you're in separation. The Star card tells me that they see a future with you. You know, the Star is all about long-term energy. And I also think that being with you, talking to you, coming together with you, Pisces, would equal respite for them, make them calm. All right. So with the Knight of Swords, they're coming towards you. This is what you're not seeing. There's communication and effort being put in here. And you're ready for it. All right. Look at that. Ace of Swords, clarity, a new beginning. For some of you, a reconciliation. But for a lot of you, it's just this new beginning coming from clarity. Two of Pentacles. Yep, this person's been on the fence here, and they might tell you they've made a decision or they had to make a big decision here. You know, that they maybe thought you were going to reject them. Maybe they had to decide between you and someone or something else. They might also be telling you, that they've been just trying to keep their head above water, so they've been feeling a bit overwhelmed. But they're definitely coming in to release burdens and with these high hopes of having a brand new beginning with you. Now, the Four of Wands here indicates that this is most likely going to end up in a relationship. And again, the Four of Wands can be reconciliation, but like I said, for a lot of you, this is something brand new. So this is moving towards stability and security. Yep. Energy blocks are being removed. Thank you, Eclipse energy. Thank you, Pisces season, right? Removing energy blocks for my lovely Pisces here. All right, Justice card, things being brought into balance, more Libran energy. All right, so again, maybe a higher level of commitment, maybe a decision to be exclusive, to be engaged, to get married, to heal things here. All right, and we have the Death card, which I do not see as an ending. I'm seeing this Scorpio energy as a major, major transformation here of this relationship. And look at this, the Ace of Pentacles. Some of you, it could be a marriage proposal. It could be a gift. But this person's energy is, let's do this. Let's start this. Let's make this happen. Okay. I love this for you. I want to end the reading here, but let's try to get some more information for my Pisces about this person. Is there anything else my Pisces need to know at this point in time? It's such a high vibrational energy, Pisces. So DMs, double tap, like. So most likely they're already following your social media. Maybe they're really supportive of your pictures and your stories. We see spirit babies. So to me, this is telling that you two, this is like a Six of Cups vibe for me, a sweet energy, a soulmate energy. This person may have been feeling a little confused because they may have been waiting for you to take the next action. Venmo activities, they might be buying you a gift or something, or they've been, maybe this person too has been feeling a little bit overwhelmed with their financial situation, and things might have been dirty and messy, and maybe even a little dirty and messy when it comes to their financial situation. Again, the economy that we're in is very, very tough, okay? But yeah, things are a little bit more dirty and messy behind the scenes, Pisces, than maybe you realize with this person, or they're just a little bit more of a hot mess about you or this situation than you realize. All right, I'm also seeing 333. All right, so we see controlling energy. So again, I don't think that this person's controlling, but I do feel like, again, they are concerned with optics. They're concerned with how they look. You know, they don't want to feel silly or stupid or be rejected. So that this, to me, this energy is like holding back, right? We see liar energy. Okay, we see giving of themselves. So I'm not, you know, I don't get anywhere that this person's a liar. In fact, we have the Ace of Swords coming out twice. I kind of feel, and that card did want to come out in reverse. What I'm getting here is I think this person is just coming in to clear things up. They may have come off as like being a bit superficial or aloof, kind of like they're not that emotionally invested energy. But truthfully, this person's very giving of themselves. So I do actually think you're going to be seeing a different side of this person. I'm not getting liar energy from them. We see religious, okay, so again, this person may be religious or spiritual, and we definitely see sexy, so there's a strong physical attraction here. Now, let's go ahead and see what this person would like to say to my Pisces. Now, this may be for those of you who are in separation from this person. It could be, you know, someone who's new here. So take what resonates and leave what doesn't. All right, what does this person want to say to my lovely Pisces, please? Damage. We're both hurting from this. So that's for those of you where you might be in separation. All right, recognizing that you might be mirroring each other, that you need to talk, that you're both feeling the same way, but we're inseparable. Our love is always there despite the distance. Habits. I don't know if we will ever change. Okay, so there might be some habits that do need to shift or change. Okay, mistakes. I wish I could right my wrongs. So that's for those of you where there's a separation. But I think for all of you, whether this is new or separation, I want you to be a part of my future. Again, some of you, there is a marriage proposal coming. For others of you, it's just like, you know, let's be exclusive. Let's go out. Let's move in together. All right, let's go to the Grounded Response Oracle. Clear messages, advice, and guidance for my Pisces. Clear messages, advice, and guidance for my Pisces, please. Clear messages, advice, and guidance for my Pisces, please. Clarity comes from distance. Stepping back can allow truth to surface. All right, so again, that doesn't mean you need to play any games. It doesn't mean silent treatment. You know, that distance might serve clarity here for you or for your person. And nothing needs to be decided today, Pisces. You're allowed to let clarity settle without forcing a conclusion. So, you know, I think it's just going to unfold naturally. You're going to have the clarity that you need. You both are in that Ace of Swords energy. And this moment doesn't diminish your worth, or you are still whole. So just remembering your worth and your value. A lot of you, I don't think you feel like your worth has been diminished unless, you know, you're in, you know, in separation or you're in silence from this person. So you might be questioning, you know, am I good enough, et cetera, but no. You know, just remember you're still in this high vibration. You're still intuitive. You're still creative. You're still loving. You're still lovable. Okay, and Spirit saying, above all, Pisces, choose presence. Remember to stay present. When we focus too much on the past, you know, it can lead to some depression. When we focus too much or we're too far ahead, it can give us some anxiety. So just stay present, stay grounded. Beautiful energy here for my Pisces. Let's see if there's anything else they need to know. Anything else my Pisces need to know before we wrap this up? Anything else my Pisces need to know? All right. Archway. A new opportunity, possibilities, and paths opening up. Some of you, this is marriage, okay? Or I'm seeing that in your future with this person. All right, and Scissors, disappointments in some affair. Okay, so there have been or there are some disappointments, but not necessarily, it doesn't necessarily have to be with this person. All right, and Haystack, karma, you will reap what you have sown. So I feel like your good energy is coming back to you, Pisces. All right, and there might be some muddled, unclear thinking, but like I said, this reading is all about getting clarity. All right, my lovely Pisces, I'm going to leave it here. I'm so happy for you, sending you love and light. And again, happy birthday. Take care.